In today's video, we'll be covering everything that is coming to Diablo 4 in Season 3. From battle pets to WASD movement, you'll want to see everything I'm about to cover. And as always, make sure to sub. It's one click. For long-term watchers, you might be curious as to why there was no content from me for a few months, and I'll quickly explain that away. Number 1, I attempted strictly hardcore for Diablo 4 season, and through multiple Bloodseeker attacks and bad potion timing, I died multiple times near level 70, so I took a break. I know, sad. Number 2, I took a break from Twitch content creation at the same time with a new IRL job, save one project, which I'll detail towards the end of the video. I've since hit 100 on another Necromancer and have done pretty much all you can do in Season 2, so I'm caught up. Without delaying, let's get to business. Now, before we get to the fun stuff, I want to quickly gloss over the bread and butter, which is the brief story and boss design. Now, in Season 3, we're met with a new quest line wherein evil forces uncover the Loom, which is apparently some ancient technology from someone named Zoltan Kuhl and Iuzin of Caldeum, a couple of dorks if you ask me. Now, we have to go into Gate Hall, which is a town that's now going to be under Kyrgyzstan, where we're going to be questing against all of the forces of evil, similar to Season 1's Corman and Season 2's Eris. Now, there's a few new monsters which seem to be just kind of reskins of some of the enemies that were there before, but with a new mech kind of appearance. I think it's kind of neat, but I guess we'll see more about that during the patch notes. Anyway, enough of the boring stuff, and on to the heat that is coming with this new season. This is something I've been barking up the tree for a while to get, and it's finally coming, which is battle pets. Now, not quite battle pets, but more companions that battle. There was a ton of notes on this, so I'm guessing it's their figure point for the new season, the thing they really want to draw some attention to, but in some ways I kind of feel like it's off the mark. We each are going to get a Seneschal companion somewhere in the campaign that's going to last until the end of the season, which can either help fight or help by assisting on the sidelines. These will be fully changeable to adjust your build with both governing and tuning stones, which are two new things coming to Diablo 4. Governing stones are abilities the Seneschal will have, such as a barrier around itself with auto defense, an AoE attack in gyrate, and a ranged attack in focus fire. Tuning stones will augment those abilities further, such as increasing the ability size with voluminous support and giving the ability a critical strike bonus with devastation support. These stones are collected in vaults, a mini dungeon which we'll get to next, and can be leveled by combining multiple copies together to create stronger stones. Each pet can have 2 governing stone abilities and 3 tuning stone augments for each. Also, Blizzard did announce 2 secret tuning stones, Evernight and Genesis, which have yet to be determined exactly what they do and how to unlock them. We do like secrets in Diablo though. Although these won't function the way we'd hope for companions in the regards to picking up loot and doing cute emotes, I'm still pretty hyped about the idea and I'm excited to see how it's actually going to play in the actual season. Next up is Vaults, a new type of dungeon that's themed around the new story wherein they were created by the 2 big baddies mentioned earlier. They will be accessible via converting a new currency, Pearls of Warding, which will give a buff that must persist throughout the dungeon by not dying. If you manage to avoid the elemental hazards, which haven't really been explained yet, or the new constructs, again, basically metal mob reskins, you'll be met with a hefty treasure that can grow depending on how many pearls you're willing to wager at the start of the dungeon. In World Tier 3, you will unlock Nightmare Vaults, which are similar to Nightmare Dungeons, just with chances for additional loot revolving again around those pearls. Moving on to the real heat, we have Leaderboards. Now, Leaderboards are coming in the form of a weekly rotating dungeon, which is called the Gauntlet. Not really a throwback to MTV's The Challenge. This unique challenge will separate everyone by what I can only assume is completion time on a weekly list for bragging rights. I'm not sure if this is exactly what I envision with the leaderboard, but it is Diablo 4's mantra, which is moving in the right direction, but only enough to print the headline. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, is the quality of life updates, and yes, Asmongold can finally breathe easy. WASD movement will be added for PC players. This honestly means nothing to me personally, but I'm happy for those who need some extra buttons to click. Next, we are going to get Endless Helltides. Similar to the vampire attack on Sanctuary, the Helltide's now going to circulate every 55 minutes, with only a 5-minute downtime to go salvage that gear. Now this is great because if they keep placing season-related requirements on timed events while I'm at work dreaming about summoning skeletons, I might just blow a gasket. And to wrap up quality of life, we have an additional stash-based tab to load for every player, as well as some minor updates to currency trading and different kinds of currency caps and requirements. And that sums up the brief but amazing information given to us by the folks at Blizzard. It's no patch notes nor dev blog, but it still is some pretty exciting news. Now, although some of this may contain some cynicism, I'm extremely excited excited about Diablo 4's future and what it's going to bring. It seems like each season, they're only moving into a positive direction, and every season so far, I've said it's been the best one yet. They keep adding features, but we'll see how far that's going to get them as far as a cohesive game. Stay glued to the channel for Diablo 4 updates and guides moving into Season 3, and I really appreciate you guys hanging with me for another video. I have been grinding on an alternate account, AniClash. On that channel, we're doing podcast-like clips about all things anime, so if you're into that, you can follow at the channels shown below. Otherwise, like the damn video, and we'll see you in the next one. Later!